IELTS writing module, because most of the students consider that writing is the toughest section of IELTS, but it is not like that. Students consider it the toughest section because they do not understand the question type, they don't know how to solve their writing structure. Therefore, today this is Preeti Chima with a new video about IELTS writing structure. As I described in my earlier videos, there are four kinds of questions which generally come in IELTS exam, that are opinion based, discussion and opinion based, and problem solution based. I have given you complete overview how will you understand your question type. For that you can watch my earlier videos. In this video I will just give you a brief overview how will you understand your IELTS question type. If in your IELTS question it is mentioned that what do you think, do you agree or disagree, what is your opinion, it means your question is of opinion based. First of all, you will have to understand the question type. Based on that, you will have to plan your introduction. So what is the introduction? How will you plan? During introduction, first of all, you will have to write down background statement. Background statement completely describes the whole idea about your IELTS question. It must give the complete overview about your IELTS question, that is known as the background statement. After background statement, you must write your paraphrasing. Paraphrasing can also be known as rephrasing. It means you will have to rephrase your question. You will have to write down your question in different words. The idea should be clear, the idea should be similar, but it must have different words, which is known as rephrasing. Thereafter, you will have to write down focus question, which can also be known as plan of action. The focus question describes that what you are going to write down in your writing question. What are your body paragraphs all about? What is your conclusion all about? That is known as focus question, which describes the complete plan of your IELTS writing question. So, what will be your focus question in your IELTS question? What will be your conclusion part? How will you start your conclusion part? I am going to give you some sentences which you can write down at your focus question and at your conclusion part. So, if your writing question is of opinion based, then your focus question can be I entirely agree with the given statement. If it is asked to you, do you agree or disagree, it means either you are agree or disagree, then you can write down the focus question in such a way, I entirely agree with the given statement for the reasons outlined below. It means you are completely agree with the given statement. If you are partially agree, you can write down I partially agree with the given statement for the reasons outlined below. So either you are partially agree, you are disagree, and you are entirely agree with the statement. This can be your focus question of the opinion based question type. Just keep one thing in your mind, whenever you're going to write down the focus question, do not repeat the same word whatsoever given in the IELTS question. If the agree word is given in the question, you cannot write the agree word again. You will have to write down any of the synonym of the agree. It can be accede, it can be acquiesce. Write down any of the synonym in your focus question. As it is mentioned over here, I partially accede with the given statement, because agree word is already there in the question. So this is all about your focus question. Based on the focus question, you will have to decide your body paragraphs. Thereafter, when the conclusion part comes, then you will have to write down a fixed sentence in the beginning of the conclusion part. If your question is of opinion based, then your conclusion part will start from to conclude, to summarize, and to recapitulate. They are the three words which you can write in the beginning of your conclusion part. Thereafter, you will have to conclude your IELTS question. This is the whole idea about opinion based question. If question is all about opinion based, then first of all intro, your background statement, your paraphrasing, your focus question, and focus question can be any of these. thereafter your body paragraphs. At the end there would be a conclusion, and you can write any of these words in the beginning of your conclusion. Now move to the second part, that is discussion based. How will you understand your IELTS question is of discussion based? If you want the complete idea, I have elaborated in my other videos. You can watch that. Over here, I would like to mention that if what are the advantages and disadvantages, what are the positives and negatives are mentioned in your IELTS writing question, it means it is all about discussion based. If question is of discussion based, then your focus question would be this essay enumerates merits and demerits of this viewpoint. This essay delves into upside and downside of this given trend. It would be your focus question if your IELTS writing is about discussion based. Just keep this thing also in your mind. Whatsoever words is written in the discussion based question type, you cannot repeat the same word. If they have asked about advantages and disadvantages, then you will have to use any of synonym like merits and demerits, upside and downside, positives and negatives. So always try to use synonym in your focus question. Do not repeat the same word whatsoever is given in your IELTS question type. So if your question is of discussion based, then your conclusion would be having examined both the views. It means you have discussed both the views. Now you are going to write down your conclusion part. Either you can write down after perusal of all upside and downside. It means you have discussed upsides and downside. Now you are going to write down your whole conclusion part. This is all about your opinion based and discussion based question. How will you write down your introduction? How will you mention your focus question? How will you write down your conclusion part? What will be the beginning statement of your conclusion part? Now move to the next part, that is discussion and opinion based. The third question type is discussion and opinion based. How we will understand that our question type is of discussion and opinion? If in your IELTS question it is mentioned that discuss both the views and give your opinion, it means you will have to discuss both the sides, you will have to give your opinion. Then what would be our focus question? Focus question would be this essay enumerates both the views before reaching to a valid conclusion. It means in this essay you will describe both the views, thereafter you will give your personal opinion. It means it is discussion and opinion based question type. Second focus question can this essay delves into both the views, however I believe. It means you will describe both the views, thereafter whatsoever is your opinion you will describe that. So this essay delves into both the views, however I believe, I acquiesce, I think, then you can give your personal opinion, because question is about discussion and opinion. What would be our conclusion part? Having examined both the views, I acquiesce that. It means I have discussed both the views. Now I am going to write down my personal opinion. This is your conclusion part of discussion and opinion based question type. Our fourth question type is of problem and solution. How will you understand that our question is of problem and solution based? If in your IELTS question it is mentioned what are the reasons and how can we solve the problem. This means in our writing question we will have to mention the reason of the problem, then we will have to mention the steps how can we solve our problem. So what would be a focus question? Focus question would be this essay enumerates root causes of the problem and also suggest ways to mitigate the menace. This means I will mention the root causes of the given problem. Thereafter, I will suggest the ways how I can mitigate the menace. Look very carefully. I have used all the synonym of the words whatsoever given in my question. For example, over here the word is solve, but I use the word mitigate. Over here word is problem, I use the word menace. So always keep this in your mind. You will always have to use synonym of the words whatsoever is asked and whatsoever is given in your question. So the focus question of problem and solution based question can only be this essay enumerates the root causes of the problem and suggests the methods and the ways to mitigate the menace. Moving further to the conclusion part, what will be our first sentence of the conclusion part? It can be the nuisance. This nuisance is again a synonym of the problem. This nuisance and the nuisance can only be ameliorated. It means can only be solved by above discussed solution. It means we can solve this particular problem from above discussed methods and from above discussed solution. This can be the beginning statement of your conclusion part if your question is of problem and solution based. So this video is all about the introduction and the conclusion part. How will you write down your introduction part? How will you understand your focus question? How will you understand your beginning sentence of the conclusion part? Always use these statements in your focus question, in your conclusion part to get band 7 plus, because they all are band 7 plus introductory statement of your IELTS writing question. If you have any doubt in this video, you can ask me in the comment section. Keep watching my videos for more updates. Like and subscribe my YouTube channel for such kind of the IELTS module.